I used to shed tears, and of course, deceived myself, though I was not acting in the least, and there was a sick feeling in my heart at the time. For that one could not even blame the laws of nature, though the laws of nature have continually, all my life, offended me more than anything. It is loathsome to remember it all, but it was loathsome even then. A minute or so later, I would realize, wrathfully, that it was all a lie, a revolting lie, an affected lie. All this penitence, this emotion, these vows of reform. You will ask, why did you worry yourself with such antics? Answer, because it was very dull to sit with one's hands folded. And so one began cutting capers. That is really it. Observe yourselves more carefully, gentlemen. Then you will understand that it is so. I invented adventures for myself and made up a life, so as at least to live in some way. How many times it has happened to me, for instance, to take offense simply on purpose, for nothing. And one knows oneself, of course, that one is offended at nothing, that one is putting it on. And yet, one brings oneself at last to the point of being really offended. All my life, I've had an impulse to play such pranks, so that in the end, I could not control it in myself. Another time, twice, in fact, I tried hard to be in love. I suffered too, gentlemen, I assure you. In the depth of my heart, there was no faith in my suffering, only a faint stir of mockery. But yet, I did suffer, and in the real, orthodox way, I was jealous, beside myself. And it was all from ennui, gentlemen. Inertia overcame me. You know, the direct, legitimate fruit of consciousness is inertia. That is, conscious sitting with the hands folded. I have referred to this already. I repeat with emphasis. All direct persons, all men of action, are active precisely because they are stupid and limited. How to explain that? I will tell you. In consequence of their limitation, they take immediate and secondary causes for primary ones, and in that way persuade themselves more quickly and easily than other people that they have found an infallible foundation for their activity, and their minds are at ease. And you know, that is the chief thing. To begin to act, you must first have your mind completely at ease, and no trace of doubt left in it. Why? How am I, for example, to set my mind at rest? Where are the primary causes on which I am to build? Where are my foundations? I exercise myself in reflection. And consequently, with me, every primary cause at once draws after itself another still more primary, and so on, to infinity. That is just the essence of every sort of consciousness and reflection. It must be a case of the laws of nature again. And what is the result of it in the end? Why? Just the same. Remember I spoke just now of vengeance? I'm sure you did not take it in. I said that a man revenges himself because he sees justice in it. Therefore, he has found a primary cause, justice, and so he is at rest on all sides. And consequently, he carries out his revenge calmly and successfully, being persuaded that he is doing a just and honest thing. But I see no justice in it. I find no sort of virtue in it either. And consequently, if I attempt to revenge myself, it is only out of spite. Spite, of course, might overcome everything, all my doubts, and so might serve quite successfully in place of a primary cause, precisely because it is not a cause. But what is to be done if I have not even spite? Oh, gentlemen, do you know, perhaps I consider myself an intelligent man only because all my life I have been able neither to begin nor to finish anything. Thanks for watching. Follow Literary Exile for daily echoes from the classics who saw the truth behind the veil of society. You'll find my library in the description. Have a seat, choose a book, and join the Literary Exile.